Good morning, guys. Whew. Well, you guys know Colorado and its beautiful, beautiful environment. It's really snowing out here, guys. Still going. Woke up to snow and it's still snowing. It was a little sticky on the way in here. The only time I really slid was turning into the shop here. Highways are nice and plowed and stuff. Colorado's really good at what they do, but we got ourselves a little 1.5 here for the coupe. We need to get this guy torn down, notched, and time certed for the big studs. And then we've got our rods and pistons ready. We need rings, so we got to ring it. The block will be set to jet, and then we'll have the coupe ripping on the road with Gordo. Then we just need a piston for Jordans, and we almost got all of them together. But so since it's snowing today, we're just gonna roll out Nate Dogs onto the pad here, cover the exhaust. I don't want to deal with all of that. Roll mine back some. I'll get that torn down, and Mario's I need to get his torn down so we can get him a little list of what he needs to revamp his engine and stuff for this upcoming season. It's winter right now, and it's time to do all these things while we have the time. Let's do this. Just push Nate's out. We don't gotta fire it up. So we'll just leave Nate's right there, push this one back. My CRX, push the CRX back. Should be enough, should be good. Cover that exhaust and get to work. All right, first things first, we need to get the clutch off. And this guy, we need to get the tranny off, head off, block torn down, just to nothing. So this one just needs to be a block. This one we really need to assess. We'll probably get the oil pump off. We need to assess to see if Mario broke the oil pump or why he was losing oil pressure, because his oil pressure dropped really hard while he was driving, and pretty much tanked all the way down to 0. Shut it off, pulled over pretty much instantly, and then you just waited for a tow truck. So he pulled his motor. We're gonna see if he cracked the oil pump key or not. When we did his timing belt and stuff and his springs and retainers and everything last time, we deleted his balance shaft belt. It's a common thing that we do on a lot of these, but the harmonics from that being gone could have had something to do with it. He does drive it quite a bit on the highway and stuff. I mean, it's not as daily, but he drives it more often than most Prelude guys, I bet you. All right, let's get this guy all torn down now. Let's get after it. Getting deep into Mario's here. Looks like I've got the pickup and everything off. Oil pump's about to come off to check the gear, but we had a little bit of sparkles in the bottom of the pan, so we started looking in the pickup, and there was definitely some bearing material in the pickup. All the rods, though, bearing material was under number 1 here. And all the rods, they look really good. So it looks like a full bearing. So I'm thinking it's probably one of the balance shaft bearings got tossed out and crushed and destroyed. And it was inside the pickup, so that's what it was clogging the pickup. He wasn't breathing. But there's probably metal throughout this whole thing now, and that is not good. So I'm gonna get in here and make sure the pump itself is not cracked or broken, and keep going. Oh, I found it, guys. You can't see too well, it looks pretty light in there, but down the center of that is a dark strip down the middle. So let's see. Shoot, dang. Alright, I got them all spun around. You can see on the cap there that there's some heat in it. So I just broke them all loose with my 3/8, my 12.3/8. Pulling the cap out now. Once I get these 2 bolts out, it should just flop out of here. Well, that bearing's still there. It's definitely spun though. See the other side? That one spun too. Alright, so the crank looks like it's got a pretty good groove on the other side, but these big chunks I found in the pickup are actually oily, dried, old silicone, and it just breaks away. But there was a bunch of little metal shavings in there as well, and that bearing is spun, so that's no good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off, make sure this isn't cracked or anything. It doesn't really look like it, but it could be inside. It doesn't spin, so it probably is. Ooh. That's a bummer, man, but we'll get things lifted out for Mario and all taken care of and on the way so he can get ripping, get him back on the road. Yeah, there's snow on the ground right now, but try as quick here. Every time, all the time. It's a good time. So I got everything all toted up. His bearings there, we don't need those, but all this good stuff, put it on the shelf. Mario. All right. Clean up my mess. He's definitely gonna need a new pump here. This thing does not spin at all. It's kind of a bummer. But we got one of those nice ones that me and Kyle have, and should hold good. It's a little hot inside. Alright, so I got the head off, starting to get this thing all ripped down. Most of the training bolts are out of it. I need to get it off the cart so I can get underneath here and get the little shield off, so then I can pop the tranny off and get, there's some coolant in it still and stuff, but as well, we got the good old CRX over here. See, we got our head flange all on there and intercoolant placement and stuff. And I was looking at kind of CADing like the base of an in tank, like this one straight piece here, you know, and then a straight piece here, and then try and get like a nice curved piece. I gotta see if we're able to roll 3/16, because that's what Sean likes to use. So that's what I gotta figure out, and then well, you guys asked me for a CRX video slash a CRX update, straight up CRX update kind of thing, and I got too much going on in the world to just do a straight up CRX video right now. You know, I got everything under the sun to take care of, so as well as getting everything else taken care of. Mario, I'm really sorry about your bottom end. We'll get a good list coming together, and we'll get everything on the way in here so we can get the motor ripping and ready for the upcoming season. But we got to get the CRX ripping and ready for the upcoming season as well, and we need to get ourselves the coupe together. So our buddy Jay brought us this little D15. We ripped the head off. Looks like I need to take it to get decked, but that's all right because I need to time cert the block. I need to notch the block for my rods. My rods are kind of thick rods, so I need to notch the block and all that for that. But you know, we got all these things going on. The CRX, our pride and joy. We've been taking care of some things. You know, we got our coils here. I kind of made like a makeshift coil plate, but I don't like it, so I'm not gonna use it. I'll probably get one. But started working up a little template of how I want kind of my end tank on this side. I want it to come and then curve. If I can get a roller and roll 3/16 aluminum, that would be awesome. And then I just want a flat one here and a flat one here. And then, you know, there'll be a kind of like a flat wall here where the 3-inch will come off of, and it's gonna come up into here. I'm actually gonna notch where I drew there and clean up that edge some. And then look what we got going on over here, guys. Those look really good, huh? Oh my goodness. look really good. So before I had it set up right here, I had this one a little closer. Sean was like, that's probably not gonna work with having your flange and then having your collector coming off of it. It probably wouldn't fit too well. And then this one I kind of dipped down so it could be up out of the way of the end tank, and I didn't want it going straight up. It seemed kind of silly if it was going straight up. So the exhaust I'll probably have, I want it, you know, they're gonna scavenge, so this one's gonna come into this one, and then it'll probably come out like right here somewhere. This will be kind of a tight one coming right here on the off this coolant. But yeah, dude, I'm kind of looking at some stuff. So for a CRX update, this is where we're at. We got the head flange on there. We need to build a manifold. Once we have the turbos mounted, we need to build this end tank, I need to get everything that needs cut and welded and everything that needs taken care of done, because this thing was supposed to be painted 100 times already. My dad's buddy said he would do it, and I just didn't get everything, the little bits done in time to get it done. So that being said, I need to get it done. I need to get a few bars, some 1 5/8" mild steel. I think it was 2 sticks of 1 5/8" mild steel, 1 stick of 1 inch. Yeah, so that's what I need. And then I need to mount my seat, mount my seat. I mean, it's mounted, but like I said in the other video before, have door bars and then center bars, have the viscous mounted off the center bars, and then a 1 inch bar that comes across for the seat there. But that seat will just be mounted off of that, because that's easy. I mean, the factory seat can just mount off of that, I think. Sean's like, why don't we do both sides? But I mean, we can run the tube through, but I don't see the point in taking off the factory support if I'm just gonna run the factory passenger seat. So all of that needs done. And then coolant, I need to build a radiator that's gonna come in the back here. I need to get a fuel cell. I have a 3-gallon one, but feel like I might need a little bit bigger one. And I've been thinking a lot, and I could do like the 3-gallon up right here, like lots of people do, and then have, you know, a 10-gallon or something if I wanted to do race week in the rear, or just do a 10-gallon in the rear. I don't know, trying to figure things out and figure out what I want to do, because if I did have the 3-gallon up front, it'd be good for front weight, and I could have the 10-gallon empty at the track, or I could just have the 10-gallon in the rear and keep it all back there. Either way, it'll work. So I just need to figure out all those little nitpicks and all that good stuff. This shock's being rebuilt. That one back there, passenger side or driver's side rear one, it needs rebuilt. If I were to jack this up right now, I could just push the wheel down and it wouldn't come back up or anything on its own. It needs fluid or something, I don't know. It needs rebuilt. That one needs rebuilt. I have Strange suspension, so I need to send that off to Strange, get that done. Suspension's done besides the drive shaft. I need the drive shaft cut and welded, but I just need to drop that off. The local place does it literally in a day. I'm just so busy, I don't ever go to Greeley to drop it off. But that being said, the diff is mounted, axles go in just fine. Got the sweet S1 built cover on there. It looks really, really good. My clutch and brakes. So I took all my clutch and brake stuff off because it was gonna go get painted and stuff. I mean, still gonna go get painted and stuff. So I haven't felt my clutch or brakes or anything, but I believe they should work. The pedals are in here and they're tight, but there's no lines because I didn't want lines in the bay or anything and make it a lot easier. So there's no lines, but it's mounted, it's in there, it's set. I would really like to get like some solid mounts, but these will do for now. I've got this sweet little torque mount we made. This thing is legit. It really, really holds the motor good. Need one for the driver's side or something. I've got the 100% solid T-bracket, and then that, and then probably, I don't know, build something over here maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out though. We will for sure figure it out. They might come off of like up higher, or no, I have a tester that goes there. It might have to be like off of this in the center down here, or just a mid plate. A mid plate would be great. Even with not having that side over there, mid plate with what I got would be awesome. shift cables, everything, I got all that. I've already hooked that up. I know it works. The dog box shifts and everything, Morgan took care of that. He did an amazing job. It looks beautiful. I've made sure to keep it clean as possible and barely even touch it because I'm a dirty boy. So, what do you guys think? Was that a good? I think it was a pretty good CRX update. I mean, you guys ask if I'm gonna cover the hood. Probably not. I'll probably leave a hole there unless I get, you know, I'll probably end up buying one of Robert's hoods because it's a little taller. But I still will need to run hood risers to cover the engine because it like barely touched right here. So I mean, I could barely skin it, or I could just run hood risers, lift it up a little bit, and everything would be fine. All good in my hood. Yeah. What do you guys think? CRX update? Yep. I need to do D bars as well as those 2 bars. So I need those bars that coming down and then a little over my center there. And those bars probably, the ones that run across, the viscous goes on, will probably tie into all that. I need to fiberglass the front of this up still. But the guy that said he would paint it said he would also do that to make life easier. He just said he wanted it already mounted, which I started mounting it, but my mounting tabs are pretty ugly. So now that they work, I'm gonna take them off and finesse them, grind them down, make them look way prettier, because they're kind of big and bulky. And I bet you if I were to turn hard enough with a big enough tire, I'd probably poke it, pop it. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna grind those down, finesse those. I need a coil and plug kit. I need to do wiring, fuel plumbing, coolant plumbing. Yeah, so really just the basics, you know. I need to take care of that's the basics, like the engine's there, the power plant, the transmission, the drivetrain, it's set, ready to jet. So it's time to do all the fundamentals and make it a car again. It's starting to look more like a car again, but make it a driving one, you know what I mean, guys? I've been pushing around. It's actually getting really heavy now that I've got the engine and stuff in here. It's getting heavy. This like front, the suspension isn't holding it up, so it's just hanging down, and I'm trying to push it as it's dragging it almost. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited a lot. It's coming together good. Excited. Everything's been coming together really good. The Trail 70's been doing great. We hung up some banners today. We still got a few more to hang up. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna hang them up. Thinking maybe off the door, but I don't know. They did do one off the door before, but it looks like they took it off because it's not on the door anymore. So just trying to figure out what the plan is, you know, because I could hang one up here, but I'm gonna need to bring some finishing nails that I can hammer in and then hang them up, because there isn't really anything to hang up off of this stuff. So got to do all that, but it was coming together really good. Had a super great day. Got a bunch of stuff done. Started to take care of the little slinger slammer. We got a lot of stuff to do, some notching and everything, so it'll be a little bit, but it comes together way quicker than everything else because it's just so simple and everything's just right there all the time. It just is awesome. So get that taken care of. Stevens, I didn't really work on Stevens today, but it's out in the snow and I didn't really go out in the snow at all today. Just kind of pushed cars onto the concrete and got ready, got to work. But it was a great day. We kicked butt. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe down below. This is GoofyBuilt, and peace out.